Fast man yesterday in both sessions was that young driver, Anton Di Pasquale, and spoke to him just before I came back over to the commentary box. Pretty happy with the car. There wasn't a lot to report. Considering the conditions, most other drivers have had a big, long list of things that they wanted to tackle. They were pretty satisfied in that garage. His teammate, however, Will Davison, did have some issues with the power steering in both practice sessions yesterday. New livery on the car there for Will Brown, just vacating the BP Ultimate pit lane, WD-44 Erebus. Gives you a great view of the radius of the turn 1 shape down there. It's so fast, the approach, depending on the winds, about 270 odd kilometres an hour. And even at the slowest point in the mid-corner, turn 1's about 215 kilometres per hour. Yesterday, Percat was strong. He finished 5th in the second practice session. If you cast your mind back to 2020, we came out here to this venue on 2 occasions, and Nick was a winner on both weekends.
Yeah, he's very good around here. He likes the big, fast-flowing nature of the place. Wincup's done a nice first sector. Percat comes up to 3rd. Will Brown in between has gone up to 2nd. So very impressive by the young pilot of the WD-40 Commodore. Cam Waters just said over the radio that the car feels better today. So that's a good sign. He's currently 8th. So Di Pasquale, Brown, Percat, Van Gisbergen, Davison, Mostert, Kostecki, Waters, Whincup, Reynolds. That's the current 10. David Reynolds' teammate, Andre Heimgartner, is 11th. Of the people you would expect to be up further, well, how are we going to handle it? Because Lowndes is gone, Garth's gone, Jack's gone.
Applications now open.
Where's your CVs?
By the way, in case you're wondering, Mark Larkham is working, unusually, and he's up at Dick Johnson Racing for us this weekend. Couldn't cross the border, and he's going to be contributing from the other side of the boundary line and giving us some of his insightful views. So looking forward to hearing from Larko as the coverage progresses.
Sideways for Di Pasquale, nice save.
Will Davison's gone faster in the mid-sector than any other driver on a 38.2. That's getting very speedy. 30 seconds remain in Armour All qualifying. Race number 20, Sydney Motorsport Park, the Bunnings Trade, Sydney SuperNight. It'll unfold for you this evening, and it'll be fantastic to see these cars under lights once more. 28.7 is the target time. Will Davison now does a 28.7. Anton responds with a 28.5. There's just 0.14 of a second between them. Van Gisbergen jumps up into 3rd. Great numbers out there at the moment. 8.5, 8.7, 8.8. Di Pasquale, Davison, Van Gisbergen. Cam Waters jumps up now into 6th. What's Brodie got for us? He's 10th and moves up 3 spots into 7th. Percat. He's currently sitting in 5th, R&J Batteries BJR entry. Makes the run down the chute. Got some tailwind, as you can see from the flags. Grabs top gear and gets to the control line. It might be an improvement. It is. +1. Nick Percat moves up into 4th.
Nice lap, Nick Percat. Di Pasquale, Davison, Van Gisbergen, Percat, Brown. Excellent job. It's faster than his teammate Brodie Kostecki, who's in 7th. Brodie was able to knock Jamie Whincup off, so Whincup's been able to stay in. Mostert has come up. That's a good job by Chaz, because you were saying before about the balance issues with that car. He's come up to 9th. Slade's hanging on by nothing in 10th.
So some laps still being completed here. We're jumping on board with Chaz Mostert. That's 6th gear. And he crosses the control line.
Slower.
No gain. 29.5. He was only a tiny fraction slower than his best time. And with slightly different livery on the car. And Dayco as the primary sponsor. Tim Slade completes his lap in the Blanchard Racing entry. So Tim ended up 10th. So he just squeaked in. David Reynolds bumped on the wrong side of the 10. Remembering that it's easy to get carried away and think about this as a regular qualifying session. But those that stayed in the top 10 now progress to the Armour All Top 10 shootout that's coming up in the program in the not too distant future. So a cool down now. 3 from 3 for Anton Di Pasquale. He's had 2 practice sessions yesterday, and both times he was the top man. That's his engineer with a grin. Funny little Frenchman by the name of Ludo Lacroix. And they've just done it again now in qualifying when it matters. It's still a pretty hefty breeze out there at the moment, but it is dead set coming from the other direction today. And it's just got that little nip in the air. It's just that little bit chillier. There's been no talk of rain. Here's a confirmation of those session results for you. And you can see where your favourite drivers might sit inside the top 10, pretty tight at the top end of town. And we've only got half a second covering the first 5 or 6 cars. David Reynolds just missing out, and his teammate Andre Heimgartner, those 2 team cars very closely aligned. There's one or two fellas that I thought might have been a bit further up based on yesterday's run. Mark Winterbottom ended up down there in 16th position. Macaulay Jones was strong yesterday. He ended up in 20th.